Okay, so in this video, let's go ahead and talk about windows. So if you see in this particular plan that I have open here, I have a screen porch enclosure. And if we look in there, one second, let me change the sunlight. So you can change the sunlight angle by coming up here, clicking on this little light bulb, and see where it says adjust sunlight. You click on that, and then you can use generic sun, and you can say for it to follow your camera. So now, wherever I go, get back on my mouse here, it's going to follow. But let's take a look, and if you notice, this is actually a screen. You can see straight through. So how I do that is I create my window. So this is my window, 137 by 63. Put in whatever I need to make that screen enclosure. But the way you get that sheer material is you come in here to materials under your window. Where it says glass, you're going to click on glass and you're going to select your material. Now you can go ahead and type up here screen and it'll show you different screens, but it's actually going to be under fabric and wall coverings, shears and shades, modeled ebony sheer. And you can change the color to whatever you want, linen, if you want it to be white, however you want it to be. Then you hit OK, and that's how you do that. And that's how I make my screen enclosures. This is only if you really need to go in and show a screen enclosure to a customer. Otherwise, you don't need to go through all that attention to detail. Let's go ahead and drop in a window. So you're going to go up here. This is your window palette. These are your windows. You can put in a bay window, box window, bow window, pass through, and wall niche. Let's go ahead and put in a regular window. So there you see our regular window. It's a 37 by 63 default. And if you look down here, these are your options. You could check egress if you need it to be egress window for your schedule. Tempered glass, exterior corner block, interior corner block. If it's recessed into the wall. And this is if you're vertically stacking more than one window, so one on top of the other. This is where you turn your casings on and off. So this is your interior casing, your exterior casing, usually don't mess with the lintels very much. This is your interior sill and your exterior sill. So you can turn that off. If you don't want it. Sash is basically the inside here, the material. How thick you want your sash. Frame, if it has a window frame or not. If you want to fit it into the wall. Lights, how many lights does it have? So you can up-click here, you get your vertical lights. And here you have, or your cross lights, and here you have your vertical lights. So that's how you would do that. You can change the style of your lights. The shape of your window. So this is match roof. Let's say you have a gable roof and you're trying to put a window up towards the roof and you need it to match that angle. You would just go ahead and click match roof and it will actually follow that same pitch as the roof. Otherwise, you can come in here and do it manually. So if I go and I put in, let's say 37 on the left, it's going to drop that side down. See? Let's go ahead and put 63 back. This is if you want an arch or not. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a window with an arch, so you can see how that's done. But let's skip over that for now. Treatments, if you have curtains or blinds, you usually don't mess with that. Shutters, if you want to add shutters, you can come in here and go to your library, click on shutters. Where is it? Exterior shutters. It's under millwork. And you can put in your shutters here. Let's cancel out of that. Don't need that. Framing. Here you can tell it all the framing. And if you need a concrete cutout. Energy values, if you have them for your window. Layer, what layer it's on. I usually don't mess with this. Materials, here's where you can change the color of your windows. So the sash, remember I told you that the inside is the sash. Let's say we wanted to change that to a different color gray. Say we want to go oyster. That's how you would do that. Go ahead and just make it white. Colors, generic colors, white, white, okay. We have that. Label, so here's where you can turn the label on and off. Let's say that you were doing an existing house and you need to put in windows for the elevation to show that there's existing windows, but you don't necessarily need to do anything for the plan with those windows. It's just so the house looks like the house. Here you can go ahead and put in your window, and then you can suppress the label. So this will no longer show up on the plan. It'll just show the space where the window is. And you also need to remove that window from your schedule. Otherwise, you're going to have windows on your schedule that are already installed into the house. So you click on that, and that takes it off. Okay? This here is your object information. So the Florida Building Code is already, or the Florida approval number is already installed here. I've already put it in. If you need to do a different window other than this Lawson window, you'd go ahead and get your Florida approval number and put it up here. If you have any comments on the window, let's say it's tempered or whatever, and you want to go ahead and manually put that in, you would put it here. And then your manufacturer would go here. So that's pretty much everything with the windows. Let's go ahead and do our arch for our window. So for this window, I'm going to make it a 37 by 54. The Florida top is going to stay at 80. And let's go ahead and input our arch so you can see why I'm going to change that bottom component size. So here we have our window. Let's put a rounded top. So now see, we just have that top part. So that's not correct still. What we need to do, let's go ahead and let's put in some lights up here on the top. 1, 2, 3. And now, when we're going to do the bottom component size, I'm going to switch that to 19 for this window. Now, your window is going to be different, but that's how I want this window to look. And I'm going to put my casing back. I don't want an interior, I just want an exterior casing. I'm going to hit OK. And this window should be how I want it. Okay, and that's pretty much Windows for the most part. All right, I'll see you on the next video.